Well, it's Friday, and welcome to the MAC weather page for the 22nd. We have really pretty decent looking start to the day. Some clouds out there, but a nice looking sunrise. And if we look at the headlines, scattered showers, maybe a couple of thunder showers right on through the weekend. Much of the time it won't be raining. The best chances of rain are going to be found over southern lower Michigan, southeast lower Michigan, and that's where the heaviest amounts are going to be as well, and into southwest Ontario. Looks like highs right on through the next 5 days, mainly in the 70s. But as we get towards the second half of next week, we're going to see temperatures well into the 80s and higher dew points. And we'll probably see maybe a shot at running towards 90 degrees maybe by next weekend. Still some questions on just how warm we'll get initially, but it looks like a pretty warm pattern coming up right into about the first 10 days of July. And then we may see a little bit more in a way of temperatures near to below normal for much of the rest of the summer. So it very well could be that we may see the hottest weather all summer coming up here over the next couple of weeks once it starts warming up. As far as yesterday around the area, we had a high of 73 and a low of 55. The state high yesterday, 80 degrees at Traverse City, also at a number of other locations, but we'll give them the headlines today. And then the overnight low across the state, 47 at Copper Harbor. Normal highs in the upper 70s, normal lows in the mid 50s. And you can see on the latest drought index, again, all the Great Lakes in great shape as far as that goes. Certainly some areas not indicated, but I know in the St. Thomas area, very, very dry over there, so hopefully you'll get some showers over there. And if we look at the comparisons over the last 3 years, got a number of growing degree day slides here this morning. You can see each location has had more growing degree days this year than last year, and last year more than the previous year, so we're in great shape there in most locations. Again, as you get down towards Blissfield, one thing you'll notice when we show the 50% plant date is that how far they're behind. But they're catching up, and hopefully they'll make up some ground here. You can see because of the late planting date, they're around the 28th, the 30th of the month. They are making some pretty good headway, but it's been a slow go at it, and a lot of acres didn't get planted down there. An article in the Michigan Farm News pointed that out in yesterday's article. And if we look at Breckenridge, though, great shape, early planting. We're ahead of last year and well ahead of normal. If we look at Brown City, again, well ahead of last year and really in good shape there as well. Looking at Clarksville, again, right on pace with last year's growing degree days. And if we look at Newaygo, kind of in the middle of the pack, towards the bottom part of the middle of the pack, a little bit later planting date as well there. And if we look at temperatures out there this morning, you can see, and by the way, those growing degree day reports will be updated on the website today, so you can get a closer look at each location, and there's a lot more data within those reports to look at as well. Temperatures out there this morning in the 50s to low 60s, a cool spot, Lakeview at 55, and the warm spot at Blissfield at 63.9. And if we look at the low-level wind flow, you can see we have an east-northeasterly wind coming across the Great Lakes back into that upper low, setting back here across the west central portions of Iowa. Very, very slowly move over the next 24 hours only into Indiana, and then eventually it'll cut to the northeast over the weekend. And I think that'll provide especially southern lower Michigan a better chance of showers. And you can see on satellite that big swirl pinwheel, that's that upper low in the coming into the western portions of Illinois out of Iowa. And again, that'll move into near the western portions of central Indiana by tomorrow morning. So very, very slow moving. And around that, it'll pick up moisture and create showers. Again, the best chance will be across the southern half of lower Michigan, and especially once you get down into the southern part of the state where there could be amounts over the next 3 days approaching an inch or better. And if we look at the radar, you can see pretty much the same as the satellite view, those showers pinwheeling across that area, slowly advancing off to the east. I think as far as central Michigan goes, I think the best chance will be across the eastern half of central Michigan here over the next 3 days. Again, as that system moves to the east and then cuts to the northeast, that'll put eastern Michigan in a little bit better position. Should also see some pretty beneficial rains for that St. Thomas area and parts of southwest Ontario for sure. As far as the weather map goes, you can see here's the current position of that low pressure system. In 24 hours, only expected to move to the eastern portions of Illinois, coming into western Indiana. So a very, very slow moving system, and that'll provide clouds and at least a chance of showers all weekend long across the area. It won't be a rainout, so don't cancel any plans, but certainly lots of clouds and scattered showers and thunderstorms around the area. Just how much rainfall? You can see there's a pretty sharp cutoff between no precipitation, just a very little precipitation, and the heavier precipitation once you get into the thumb, and even more so as you get into southeast lower Michigan to southwest Ontario, where some amounts could be up around or over an inch of rainfall. And then really our next best chance of significant rainfall will be as that very warm air begins to move into the area by the second half of next week, around Wednesday-ish. We could see more showers and thunderstorms as that warm air advances into the area. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see a number of beach hazard statements across portions of the Great Lakes, and then some flash flood watches and aerial flood warnings across some areas of Illinois around into the Indiana and across southern Ohio into West Virginia. So not a whole lot going on for the Great Lakes, just some scattered showers and clouds and thunderstorms over the weekend, but no big deal. Thanks for stopping. Oop, got it, the forecast. Chance of showers, best chances of south. That's where the most significant quantitative precipitation will be found as well. Highs again, pretty much in the 70s until we get into Tuesday. We might slip into the low 80s, and then solid 80s for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. And our next chance of thunderstorms, maybe Tuesday night into Wednesday as it looks right now. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.